10 early symptoms of Alzheimer's, warning signs of dementia you cannot ignore. Have you or someone in your family been forgetting things, forgetting which word to use or losing things frequently lately? And you're worried? Could it be Alzheimer's or some other type of dementia, or is it due to lack of attention, or even age? This is the subject of today's video. What are the 10 initial symptoms of Alzheimer's that you should be aware of? I will also talk about the differences between normal age-related memory loss and loss due to dementia, and also about the causes of dementia and what you can do to stop memory loss. Because the sooner you are diagnosed, the more you can be involved in your health, preventing rapid progression of the disease. Let's get started. What is dementia? Dementia is a syndrome in which there is greater worsening of cognitive function than usual in aging, and this loss is not an inevitable consequence of getting old. Dementia is currently the 7th leading cause of death in the world and one of the leading causes of disability and dependence among the elderly. More than 55 million people live with dementia worldwide, and almost 10 million new cases are diagnosed each year. The main cause of dementia is Alzheimer's, approximately 60 to 70% of cases, and the projections for the future are bleak. In 2050, there will be more than 150 million people in the world with dementia, and it is a terrible disease with physical, psychological, and financial effects, which not only affects the person with dementia, but also the entire family and society in general. Have you ever stopped to think about what our memories are? What are our memories? They are what constitute me or you. If you delete all of someone's memories, what remains is a hollow, an emptiness inside. At first it's forgetting some things, then more and more things, important details, confusion, until finally you can't even remember your own partner, your siblings, or your children. There is a shell left, the veneer, that look of someone who is being introduced for the first time, a gentle but empty smile. Stealing your memory, dementia steals everything you have. Your identity, you don't know who you are, where you worked, your ability to connect with those you love, your ability to communicate, your self-esteem, your dignity, your bodily functions, and ultimately, it takes your life. Let me tell you something. Dementia begins years before the first signs and symptoms, often decades before. If you're in your 40s like I am, you may already be worried about dementia. Don't think, "Oh, I'm young, this won't happen to me." It's happening. Take care of your brain. Already. What is the difference between aging memory loss and dementia? When you get older, you start to forget things. You forget to buy things at the supermarket and have to make lists. Forget where you put your glasses, your keys. But these forgetfulness are generally manageable. They don't interfere much with your life. They don't hinder your ability to work, your independence, or affect your interactions with other people. In dementia, in addition to memory impairment, there is a worsening in reasoning, judgment, language, and other skills such as numbers and even vision. The person starts to get worse slowly, but over time, it will harm their ability to work, to have relationships, to live a full life. People around them start to notice. The person with dementia starts asking the same questions over and over again. Forget common words, mix up words. You look at the table and say chair. It takes longer to complete tasks. He puts things in strange places. For example, he forgets his cell phone in the fridge. You start to get lost on your usual paths, from the bakery to home. Changes in behavior or mood. He starts to make wrong decisions. He who always took care of his money starts to waste it. You realize that it goes far beyond just forgetting your age. But is it only dementia that causes memory loss? No, other medical conditions can alter memory, such as problems with the liver, kidneys, thyroid, stroke, brain tumor, brain infections, head trauma, alcoholism, side effect of some medication you are taking, such as antidepressants, deficiency of vitamin B12 or other vitamins and minerals. What are the main types of dementia? The first, as I said, is Alzheimer's, 60 to 70% of cases. The second cause of dementia is vascular dementia. As the name suggests, it is because of damage to the brain's blood vessels, causing strokes or damaging fibers in the brain's white matter. Another cause of dementia is Lewy bodies, which was the illness of actor Lewy bodies, which was the illness of actor Robin Williams, and others less frequent, frontotemporal dementia, advanced Parkinson's causing dementia, and others, the list is long. What causes Alzheimer's disease? It is usually not a single cause. It is a combination of age with genetic, environmental, and lifestyle factors. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive disease. Inside the brain, amyloid plaques and neurofibrillary tangles, or tau, are created inside neurons. One is the trigger, and the other is the bullet, which results in the loss of neurons and their connections. By destroying brain cells and synapses, it will alter a person's ability to remember, reason, and also live independently. How is COVID interfering with dementia? Elderly people who were independent, did things, went to the supermarket, saw their bedpans, went to novenas, started with a certain forced dependence during the pandemic. The children had to carry the shopping. They no longer had friends to talk to. And indeed, we saw a rapid worsening in the cognition of many elderly people. Adding to this, those people who caught COVID may have had long COVID, with difficulty concentrating, memory, smell, and taste. Is it transient, or will it persist? Some research has shown that COVID may increase a person's chance of developing dementia or starting to show symptoms of dementia at an earlier age. And what are the 10 initial symptoms of Alzheimer? This is the main subject of the video. 10. Changes in personality or mood. People with Alzheimer's may have fluctuations in mood and personality. They may become depressed, confused, suspicious, anxious, and fearful. They start to not sleep well. Their sleep is not restful. They start to have insomnia. They can become easily irritated with family and friends, especially when they step out of their comfort zone. 9. Decreased judgment. Individuals may experience errors in judgment or decision-making. They may stop grooming themselves, taking a shower, and they may also have difficulty dealing with money and stop trusting people, or even trusting people too much. 8. Losing things. A person living with Alzheimer's disease may put things in strange places, and when you try to find it, you can't retrace your own steps. You can also accuse other people of stealing. They stole my truck, when your children sold it, especially when the disease progresses. 7. Begin to lose themselves in place or time. People with Alzheimer's begin to lose track of dates and seasons. What month is it today? What day of the week? Plus, you might get lost in the supermarket or coming home from the pharmacy. They may forget where they are or how they got there. This is very characteristic. 6. Problems understanding what you are seeing or reading. Alzheimer's can lead to difficulty reading, understanding, and also lead to visual problems, such as difficulty seeing contrast, distinguishing colors, especially in the blue-violet spectrum, as well as loss of peripheral vision, which may lead to problems when driving. 5. Difficulty in completing usual tasks. People with Alzheimer's may have trouble doing everyday activities. They forget what the recipe for the cake they made every Saturday was like. They also have difficulty driving to a familiar place, organizing a shopping list, or remembering the rules of a game of cards or chess. 4. Difficulty speaking or writing. People who have Alzheimer's may have trouble holding a conversation. They may repeat their thoughts several times, stop in the middle and not know where they were in the story. They may have vocabulary difficulties, how to name an object, sofa, chair, clock. Semantic loss may occur several years before diagnosis. They simply don't find the word or change the word. 3. Planning difficulty. People with Alzheimer's may have difficulty concentrating and take longer to do things than they did before. They may also start to have problems with numbers, difficulty controlling their bills. They run out of credit cards, forget to pay bills, and forget to follow a plan. 2. Reclusion. As a person with Alzheimer's begins to not understand conversations, they begin to lose themselves. They withdraw from social life, from the things they like to do, avoid commitments, feel disinterested, and avoid social obligations. 1. Memory loss that hurts everyday life. One of the most common signs, especially at the beginning, is forgetting information you just learned. The hippocampus is essential for consolidating information from short to long-term memory, and it is severely damaged in Alzheimer's. Then they start forgetting important dates, their wedding day, their husband's birthday, asking the same questions and starting to leave reminders for themselves. This memory loss starts to interfere a lot with your life. And as the disease progresses, this memory becomes increasingly impaired until that person's flame begins to go out. Is Alzheimer's disease cured? Not yet. There are treatments to slow the progression of the disease, but one important thing: the brain can be improved and improved, even in people with Alzheimer's. Did you know that people with Alzheimer's can learn new things? That's why we must stop stigmatizing the disease and try to be more proactive. Worry less about our genes and focus more on our choices, whether big or small. An example of this are AARP's 5 pillars of staying sharp. First pillar: move. Physical exercise, both aerobic and weight training, is proven to be beneficial for our brain. Don't stand still. Perhaps this is the best advice of all. Second pillar: discover. Try doing new things, learn a new language, start a new hobby. Do you like photography? Do you have a camera on your cell phone there? Learn how to take beautiful photos with it. Do you like cooking? Don't make the same food all the time. Learn new recipes. I'm sure you can find a new passion, a new enthusiasm in life, even if you are 70, 80, or 90 years old. Third pillar: relax. Stress and anxiety increase cortisol and adrenaline, which are terrible for mental health. Rest, relax, try meditation, yoga, walk in the park, see nature, listen to music, do something pleasant and calming. Relax. Fourth pillar: nutrition. Stay away from foods high in saturated fats. Eat more fruits like avocado, vegetables, less salt, which increases the risk of stroke and increases vascular damage, less sugar and more olive oil. Mind diet. There is a diet called the Mind diet, which is the conjunction of the Mediterranean and DASH diet. For those who are regulars on the channel, I repeat these diets over and over again. So much so that Mind is short for M, Mediterranean, DASH interventa for neurodegenerative delay. Observational studies suggest that the Mind diet may reduce the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease by up to 53%, as well as improve verbal memory. Fifth pillar: connect. Socialization is essential. Human interaction is crucial at any age. Looking into the eye, hugging, kissing, touching, all of this has a positive influence on our brain and our emotions. And the times we are living in are terrible for memory. Lucky this COVID will go away soon. But don't leave it until tomorrow. Our time is so short. Do FaceTime, WhatsApp video, Skype, Teams. Look them in the eye, talk, smile. Form new memories. Because deep down, it's the memories that make up who we are, that make up you and me. Did you like the video? Like it. If I get 250,000 likes, I promise I'll make another video on the subject. And remember to share so that more people have this knowledge. And what will be the next video you watch? Remember to subscribe. And until the next video, thank you very much.